This has happened before. A year ago, almost to the day, they came here because their loved ones had a similar call home saying that there had been a shooting at the high school. And I want to introduce you to someone who was here when that happened last year. Haley, your sister is now inside here. How is she doing? What has she told you?
She told me she was one of the last people to get out. There was a lot of screaming. She heard 3 bullets come from the cafeteria. As soon as they got out, they were yelling at them to keep their hands up. You know, this year it got way more strict than last year. Last year we had to wait a few hours to be able to get out. This time it was less than an hour. It got really scary for her because we thought it was just a drill. And it's really scary because this isn't the first time it happened. We've also had threats before. This is the second time there's actually been a shooting, and I feel like it's going to happen again because security just doesn't work here.
Your sister, she's okay right now. Where is she?
So they're keeping all the students at the stadium, like right over there, and I'm guessing most of them are there. I don't see a lot of them, which is really worrying because I know there might still be some students inside, and you know, there's some people missing.
How did you find out that this was happening?
I didn't until she texted me. It was like half an hour ago. It wasn't on the news or anything, so I didn't believe her at first until she started sending me links to live news reports. So we rushed over here.
What did you think when you realized that this had happened again?
I'm really not surprised. According to her, one of the metal detectors wasn't working this morning, and that's exactly what happened last year, you know. And then the teachers are the ones that check the backpacks. They didn't check them last year, and I probably feel like they didn't check them this year either.
I know that there were a lot of pushes from students and from parents to increase security here and increase communication. It sounds like some things you think may not have changed. Has anything changed in the response you've seen here since this happened last year?
A lot more police has shown up, which is a really good sign, but nothing has really changed within the actual school. My sister, she's always telling me they're not checking properly, they're not checking backpacks, so I feel like we all knew this was bound to happen again.
I know that's such a hard thing to think about, and to see this response then after this. I am so glad that your sister's okay. I know she's out here on the football field with other students right now. Thank you for spending a little bit of time with us. I appreciate it. This is something we're hearing from a lot of folks here on the scene, having this really horrible sense of deja vu. We were here last year, almost a year ago to the week, to the day, it was to the week that a shooting happened at this school a year ago. Now family is back here again, and you can see where we see students here standing up in the field. If we can zoom in, you can see they're on the bleachers there. It looks like they're starting to move, which may be some of that reunification work that we know the district is working on right now. But you can see parents and students who are here waiting, so many of them on their phones, talking to their kids who are on the inside of the school or out on this football field, waiting for that hug to be able to know that they're safe. Hearing that they're safe is one thing, seeing it and feeling it for themselves is a different thing for families. And we know there are a lot of questions that families still have for the district after.
Just wanted to update our viewers who are watching us here on WCNC Plus. We are watching the situation that was supposed to be a live police chase in LA. The situation is ongoing, but the car has stopped and officers seem to be searching for a suspect. That person, apparently, based on what NBC News in LA was reporting, a driver chasing them apparently for making criminal threats in the South LA neighborhood. Apparently the driver was seen driving at high speeds on freeways before getting off and then driving on the wrong side of the street to where now it looks like investigators and police have pulled up. It looks like things have kind of calmed down, but we haven't had an update from news sources in LA on this situation. It seems like the situation, though, in Dallas seems to be moving along as police have finally secured the building of this high school and are now reunifying parents and students. So we'll continue to monitor both situations and send you back to the coverage ongoing at WFAA in Dallas.
Find out more information. But Dia, you're actually with some of the parents trying to get to their students, right?
Yeah, Jason, it's been a little heated out here off and on because it feels like deja vu, as a lot of my fellow colleagues have mentioned already. There are dozens of parents out here. I'm going to have Josh, my photographer that's working with me today, turn around and show you just the line of people who are all behind here. You have all kinds of folks who are walking a half a mile or more just to get to the police barricade in order to get some sort of information about where to get their kids. We're, again, about a half a mile away from Eagle Stadium at Wilmer-Hutchins. And so, again, you can hear tensions are flaring with these parents trying to talk to law enforcement behind them. And you can understand that they're trying to protect the scene. They're trying to protect the investigation and make sure everyone's safe. One of those parents who's here is Janet Garcia. We had a chance to connect. Her daughter, Aaliyah, is a student at Wilmer-Hutchins. And kind of take me back to that moment when you got the call.
I was at the grocery store, just, getting my groceries, getting stuff done so I could come home and make dinner. And she calls me. She's in and out because, the school. And she's like, Mom, there's a shooting. And I'm like, what's going on? It hung up. I haven't been able to reach her since then. But she sounded okay. She said she was safe. She said that they moved them to the stadium, I'm assuming, and she's safe. But, oh my goodness, just my heart drops because we hear about this all the time. And I'm just like, oh, not my baby, because that leaves a mark in our kids' heads. Like, it's a mental thing as much as it is for them to come to school tomorrow. Like, how are they going to face this? How are they going to, see their I just hope the school has a good counseling program or something, because these kids are going to definitely need it after this.
Now, Janet, when we first kind of started talking, your hands right now are still shaking.
Oh, yeah, because I just still don't know if she's okay. Until I see my baby, like, flesh, blood, like her body, I'm gonna be like this. I want to make sure she's okay. She's my baby. She's she's my oldest. She's a very smart kid, very responsible kid. So it just hurts me.
How long have you been here? How would you describe the scene with all of these parents and families trying to get these kids out?
Look, me and my boyfriend tried to go around, and they said no. We tried to go through the elementary school. They said no. They said come down this road and you'll be able to go see go get them. But I understand the police, and I understand they're still doing their thing, so I'm being patient, but I understand it. Like, I understand me wanting, I'm just like these parents trying to be calm, and I want to lash out, but it's not the time. But I really hope they start giving us more information. That would be a little bit more, it would give me more peace of mind.
This has happened before here at Wilmer-Hutchins. What's your message for the school, for administrators, about situations like this and what you parents are going through out here right now? I understand this is my daughter's first year. I moved from Fort Worth to Hutchins, and I understand their protocols. They have metal detectors. My kid was shocked when she was like, "You have to wear a clear backpack, Mom," and I'm like, "Really?" She's like, "Yeah, I have to go through metal detectors every day." I just don't understand it. I don't understand it either. I'm trying to make it make sense to her. And even as a grown adult, I don't understand why this is happening. Even in the school system, why my kid has to go through school with a backpack that's clear, always having these, I just hope they have a way to help these kids get educated when it comes to gun violence. It is such a big thing, and we've been going through this, not just here in Dallas and every other state. It's happened, and this is why we're so frantic, because we've seen what it could cause. We've seen what damage it does to a community, to a city, to anywhere. So I just really hope they implement more to educate these kids. It's not the answer. It's not the answer. Just one more, Janet. When you see Aaliyah and she comes out after all this is over,
I am I'm gonna feel like my whole body's gonna be okay. Like, right now, I just feel shaky. I don't feel like I'm okay. I feel like a little lost. But we're gonna have a moment. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have a moment. For her, I think she's very strong-minded, but this type of situation, I don't think she understands it. I don't think she comprehends it as well. So I really hope the district does a little bit more when it comes to this type of situations. But I hope so.
Janet, thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much.
Like I mentioned to you guys earlier, man, there are probably 40 to 50 cars lining this street in front of me. Families a little bit further, not too far out of the view of our cameras. You've seen moms up here, dads, grandparents, siblings, all just trying to get access to the kids. Now, the last update we did hear from law enforcement that's kind of protecting the scene right now is that once they're able able to secure whatever the scene is, make sure everything is okay at the school and at the stadium, and they can figure out which kids belong to who. These families are going to be able to show their identification and take their kids home. The other thing, though, I mentioned how far it is. No one's going to be able to drive, so all of these cars are going to be left here while concerned parents, some who have not been able to talk to their children on the phone since the shooting happened, are waiting up there. So they're going to have to walk all the way up there in hopes that they can show their identification, get their kids, and that they're at this location and not one of the other pickups. Jason, I'm telling you, the biggest concern that these folks have is clear communication, not knowing where to go, and not being able to reach their kids and find out if they're doing all right.